Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to part 2 of this work trip, man. Just out here touring a lot of the Carolinas right now. This is day 2 out here in Raleigh and currently outside of the North Carolina state capitol. So pretty dope out here. I'm going to go on a little walking tour of the cities, show a couple things. I'm gonna go and eat at a restaurant tonight called Oro, O-R-O, something that I saw from off of TikTok. So hopefully that's pretty dope. But in the meantime, man, we just gonna chill out, check out some spots around Raleigh, downtown here, do some walking around and some sightseeing. So come along with me, let's have some fun. Yeah, yo, so we're gonna walk around Raleigh a little bit, see what it's all about, check out some sights. It's a pretty cool World War II memorial here outside of the state capitol. It's pretty cool. Talking about some of the major engagements of World War I and World War II. So I guess it's just a memorial for both. I just thought it was World War I at first, but see the different branches of the military represented here. Navy, Coast Guard, Air Force. Big ups to the Air Force. My mom was in the Air Force. Got the Marines as well being represented. That's pretty cool. Well, let's walk around the grounds a little bit here and just do some sightseeing. Looks like they have some construction going on off of the back there, so we may not be able to get the whole view of the state capitol, but should be able to see some pretty cool things. It's another view of the state capitol building over here. I didn't really realize that the Canes won the Stanley Cup, but they got the Canes represented out here at the courthouse. At the state capitol. Pretty cool. Let's go and do some more exploring. Check out some of these different monuments and things they have down here. Check out this other monument they have here. Samuel Acorn Ash, LLD. Patriot, soldier, historian, legislator, editor, Christian citizen, captain and assistant adjutant general of Pender's staff, CSA, heroic defender of Port Wagner, and twice cited for conspicuous service in the battles of Cedar Run and Second Manassas. Brigadier General and Vice Commander of the United Confederate Veterans, the last surviving commissioned officer of the Confederate States Army. He was a worthy representative of a line of patriotic men of his name who rendered distinguished service to state and country. Eternally young, always the friend and inspirer of youth. Few men have lived so many years, honored and loved throughout them all. A life which has enriched the South and the nation, a lover of peace and valiant for the truth. Interesting. All right, Samuel. Pretty cool. Let's see what else we got out here. Worth Bagley, ensign, United States Navy, first fallen 1898. Nice. Got a little cannon over here. I would assume that's a cannon. Maybe it's just a gun of some type, but nice. Really dope. ACOC. I don't know. It's kind of faded a little bit, but I would have all our people believe in the power to accomplish as much as can be done anywhere on earth by any people. Pretty cool. You can see a picture of the state capitol there as well. The equal right of every child born on earth to have the opportunity to burgeon out all there is within him. Another view of the Capitol there representing the Canes. And there, Stanley Cup win. George Washington Monument there right in front of the Capitol. Got another statue over here, Vance. If there be a people on earth given to sober second thought, amenable to reason, and regardful of their plighted honor, I believe that it is the people of North Carolina. The subjugation of every passion and prejudice to the cooler sway of judgment and reason when the common welfare is concerned is the first victory to be won. Pretty dope. Hey, so I'm hanging out outside the state capitol here in North Carolina in Raleigh. It's my first time out here. Again, this is stop 2 of many stops on this work trip. So it's pretty cool to get a chance to come out here and check out some of the history of North Carolina and some of the historical aspects of North Carolina. So let's keep it pushing. Right, here's more about Aycock. Looks like he was the governor back in the day. And then Vance, looks like he was the governor a lot. He had a bunch of different little runs there. Pretty cool. Very cool. State Capitol, built 1833 through 40. Ithiel Town, A.J. Davis and David Patton architects. First state house built here, 1796. Looks like it got burned down in 1831, so they rebuilt this at that point. So pretty dope. Take a look at First Baptist Church down here, downtown Raleigh. Really dope looking building, man. Wow. This thing has been here since 1859. Wow. Pretty awesome. So I'm not exactly sure what this building is. I think it's a education building of some type, but I just thought that this was really cool. This big globe sitting outside this building. It's really, really dope. I think it's some type of university, I'm not sure. I could just tell across the street they're building something, and on the fence there it says Future North Carolina Education Campus. So Must have something to do. Oh, actually, there's something right on the building right here. So, okay, it's a museum. That would make sense. Let's check it out. Okay, North Carolina Museum of Natural Sciences. Wow. Really, really cool. Check out this globe, man. Wow. I didn't even build something like that. That's pretty cool. But yeah, it's a really dope looking building. Really dope looking building. North Carolina Museum of Natural Sciences. Very, very cool. If I had some more time, I definitely would check that joint out. Looks like it's a really nice building and nature research center. Okay, that's really dope. Really, really dope. Who knows? Might have some time to check it out. We'll see. Sign. I thought this was pretty cool. Human computers. Women mathematicians, many from North Carolina, executed complex calculations for U.S. military and NASA 1941 through 1975 during World War II and the space race. It's pretty awesome. Now we have the North Carolina General Assembly Building. Really interesting construction. A nice looking building nonetheless. Pretty dope. All right. And so this over here is called Halifax Square, which is really interesting because when I saw it online, I really figured it would be like a whole lot of people out here chilling or hanging out or whatnot. I'm not really sure. But this is Halifax Square. Huh. And it appears to be completely empty. There's the back side of the General Assembly building we just went to. But very interesting. So this is Halifax Square, the empty Halifax Square. I wonder, I don't know, is there some ordinance or something where you can't hang out around here? Or... Really interesting. Okay. All right. Oh, I walked by the Museum of Natural Sciences and I was like, man, it looks so cool. I have some extra time. Really, the restaurant that I'm going to tonight to eat doesn't open for a long time. So I was like, man, how much are tickets to this joint? And the museum is actually completely free. So, man, I love museums, things like that. So I'm about to go check out the Museum of Natural History, man. Or excuse me, Museum of Natural Sciences. And I'm taking y'all with me. So let's go have some fun over there. But in the meantime, I passed, I think it said Logan Square, which looked really interesting. It was a really interesting sculpture over here. So let's go check out this sculpture. And then let's go to the museum. We got some time to burn, why not? All right, so this is actually the North Carolina Freedom Park. And it's very, very dope over here. Very dope. I like this sculpture that's over here at the end. Looks like they're still building some of it out, but let's see what it says. On my way here, I got gunned down in Georgia. I was bombed in Sunday school in Alabama. We were shot in the back in Mississippi. I came across the bridge, beaten and bleeding. I came by the funeral of Martin Luther King, the body of Malcolm X. I came by the tent cities for poor people. But more importantly, I am still coming. Golden Franks, civil rights leader. Wow. And check out that sculpture, or that art piece, I should say. It has taken me almost a lifetime to discover that true emancipation lies in the acceptance of the whole past, in deriving my strength from all my roots and facing up to the degradation as well as the dignity of my ancestors. Pauli Murray, attorney, Episcopal priest, civil rights leader. Wow, that's so powerful. Let's see what we got over here. This is so powerful. I love it. I love it. My father passed the torch to me, which I have never let go out. Littlemore Merrick. Now it looks like they're still building this out. So, man, this is really awesome. Powerful. You might as well talk of the safety of a flock of sheep with a pack of hungry wolves as to take the ballot from the colored man. We expect to maintain the right of suffrage at whatever cost. Reverend James Walker Hood, Delegate, 1868 State Constitutional Conference. And then this one down there says, the battle for freedom begins every morning. John Wheeler, President, Mechanics and Farmers Bank. So this is, I think this must be a torch actually, but it looks really, really dope. Really dope. At the appearance of our troops, the people gathered. I noticed an old man and woman singing and giving God the praise to see this day. They thank God that the day had come when they were not to be driven to market to be sold as sheep. The children shouted and clasped their hands. I was indeed speechless. John W. Pratt, U.S. soldier, colored troops on slavery's end in Wilmington, February 1865. I can't breathe. George Floyd, born in Fayetteville, North Carolina, killed by police in Minneapolis, Minnesota, May 25th, 2020. Wow. Very, very powerful. Very powerful. Freedom Exposition that we just saw is just behind the North Carolina State Library. So this is that building here. So let's see what we got. North Carolina Library, State Library, established 1812 under William Hill, Secretary of State, James F. Taylor, first state librarian, 1843, moved here in 1968. Really nice. It looks like they have a 250th year celebration or exhibition going on right now in North Carolina Office of Archives and History. So really cool. North Carolina Department of Natural and Cultural Resources, State Archives, State Library. North Carolina Offices, Archives and History, organized as the North Carolina Historical Commission in 1903. R.D.W. Connor, first secretary, moved to this building in 1968. Yeah, so as you can see, Raleigh is split into several different districts downtown. So up in the northwest of downtown, there's the Glenwood South District, and then the Capitol District, the Moore Square District, the Fayetteville Street District, and the Warehouse District. Right now, we've mostly just been hanging around the Capitol District, but I will definitely get a chance to visit some of these other places as well. So let's go check out the Museum of History, the North Carolina Museum of History. That should be a lot of fun. All right, y'all, so we have made it to the North Carolina Museum of Natural history. Check out some of the exhibits, walk around, learn a little bit about the natural history here in North Carolina. Longleaf pine. Whoa. Dang, check that out. What is this? Teeth found by Becky Hine. Wow. Ooh, you wouldn't want to get bit by that now, would you? That is crazy. It's a cardinal. Ducks. Some turtles going on. Red bat. Ooh, not really much of a bat guy. There's some butterflies over here. Fox squirrel. I've never seen anything that looks like that before. It definitely has different fur than what I'm used to. Fox squirrel. Pretty cool. All right, y'all. Let's go take a look around at a few other things. See what North Carolina has to offer. Wow, check out the size of this fish. It's a red drum. I've never even heard of that before. It says weighing 94 pounds and 2 ounces. This specimen is the largest red drum ever caught. David G. Duell of Dare County, North Carolina, caught this world record fish at Avon Beach, North Carolina in 1984. Red drum, also known as channel bass, is North Carolina state's saltwater fish. Ah, that's good to know. I never knew that. I never knew that. Wow, what a catch. I'm sure he was going crazy. Plenty of food, plenty of danger. Estuaries teem with tiny young animals nourished on algae and decaying matter. As the seasons progress, the larvae grow bigger, but their overall numbers shrink. Why? Predators. Millions of larvae are eaten before they reach their youth. Of the juveniles that do survive, fewer still make it to adulthood. Wow. Wow. What the heck is this? This has to be like a whale or something. Jeez. This thing is massive. Wow. Now, I don't know if this is like, I'm sure there's a description of this somewhere, but I don't know. I wonder if this is like prehistoric or like a current animal of some type, but that thing is huge. Check that out. What you may see is ocean debris. Shore animals may consider a treasure. High tides leave behind seaweeds, pieces of wood, and dead animals. This rack line is a unique habitat that both feeds and shelters animals. If you see a rack line before scavengers pick it clean, you'll find clues to the rich marine life ashore. More than 300 kinds of fish live at North Carolina hard bottoms. Why so many? In addition to the expectant temperate fish, many tropical fish thrive here because the North Carolina coast is warmed by the Gulf Stream. Many fish are attracted to the foraging grounds and shelter provided by the hard bottom. Warm shelf waters and attractive hard bottom habitats bring together an incredible diversity of fish. Wow, over 300 species of fish. That's crazy. Coast of Carolina. There is a pleasure in the pathless woods. There is a rapture on the lonely shore. There is society where none intrudes. By the deep sea and music in its roar, I love not man less, but nature more. George Gordon, Lord Byron. Just got done checking out the first floor of the museum. Really cool things down there. I'm really interested in seeing what's up here on the second floor. I really want to know what this big fish was, or this big whale, whatever it was. I'm sure it's something pretty amazing. So let's go check it out and see. And I was right. It is a blue whale. Blue whales can produce about 6 times more oil than other whale species. And the evidence is here in this skeleton. The skull of the blue whale hanging in this gallery is still saturated with oil, making it darker than the rest of the bones. This oil was once so valuable that blue whales were hunted almost to extinction in the early 20th century. Blue whales migrate seasonally between warm breeding grounds and polar feeding grounds worldwide. They commonly stay far away from shore, making it difficult to track their migration or study behavior. Female blue whales remain pregnant for about a year, and birth calves are 25 feet long, weigh more than 2 tons, and grow at a rate of 200 pounds per day. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I am not surprised. Look how huge this thing is. That is amazing. Wow. Is another huge whale species. It is the sperm whale. Sperm whales spend most of their time in deep waters. They can dive as deep as a mile and stay underwater for up to an hour. When they surface, they breathe through a blowhole that is off-center to the left, giving them a distinctive spout. Sperm whales can make a variety of sounds, including clicks, tweaks, whistles, and groans. And they are endangered. Science. Science is continually building on previous discoveries and facts always changing. Since facts are constantly being identified, something new and exciting happens in science every day. Each small fact about a strange frog or a common flower keeps science moving ahead. Pretty cool. Building stones of North Carolina. So you got different kind of stone types: Salisbury granite, pink poritic granite, Mount Airy granite, Murphy marble, white marble, unakite granite, orbical diorite, leopardite granite. Wow, amazing. This exhibit, this is pretty cool. Got some bears in there. See what else is in here. Bunch of plants. Purple pitcher plant, orange milkwort, cinnamon fern, all types of stuff. It's pretty dope. Huge. There are 4 floors of exhibits in here. And we've only made it to the 2nd floor just yet. Let's keep going. This is the Carolina Emperor Emerald, 64.85 carats. Alexander County, 2009. Largest cut emerald from North America. Wow. Amazing. Up on the 3rd floor, and we're headed into the prehistoric Carolina Hall. Let's see. Prehistoric North Carolina. From simple cells of eons ago, countless numbers of microbes, fungi, animals, and plants have evolved to inhabit Earth. How do we even know of a long-lasting life on this ancient planet? The evidence is in the rocks. Interesting. Precambrian. I remember learning about this stuff when I was in school. Mesozoic. Check out the dinosaurs. And of course, you gotta have the T-Rex. Gotta have a T-Rex. It only makes sense, right? See, we've been to outer space. Now it's time to go to the mountains. Wow, this is a really cool looking exhibit. Makes me want to go to the mountains, hit the cabins. Definitely got to do that soon. Really cool. Who's in here? I don't know what that is. Let's take a look at some more dinosaurs. This thing is absolutely massive. Sheesh. Thing is huge. What would you do if you were being chased by the most dangerous predator of your time? What's the nightmare facing the long neck dinosaur in front of you? It's on the verge of being dinner for a hungry, I don't even know what that is, Acrocanthosaurus. Unfortunately, dinosaurs like Pleurosaurus here couldn't run very fast. I wouldn't assume so. Wow. Sheesh. Check out this guy over here. Huge. Man. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of glad that dinosaurs are extinct. All right, y'all, so we've been having a lot of fun in the museum at this point. I'm gonna walk through here. I was just over here looking at the planets and all of that stuff. And I noticed that there is a walkway that's gonna take us outside to what I was talking about before with the globe. So let's check that out. All right, so let's see what we got out here. Wow. And there we go. We saw that building earlier, a little higher view of that. But I was trying to figure out what this globe went to. And on the outside of the building, it said the Museum of Natural Sciences. So this is another building that's across the street from where we've just been at. So let's go over here on this side. Let's do some exploring and see what's over here. All right, and here we are on that other side. This side appears to be a little more modern than the other side. Here's the Genomics and Microbiology Research Lab in partnership with North Carolina State University. Pretty awesome. Unraveling DNA. DNA is often called the blueprint of life because it carries the instructions for every organism to grow and produce. It is also a thread that connects all living things through time. Sorting through the genetic code is like reading the history of life on our planet. Interesting. All right, so in this newer building, this section, seems to be a lot of like research labs, things like that. A lot of different collaborations between the universities around here. Looking at DNA up on the first floor. Here's another lab as well, doing some things with science. So this side of the museum seems to be more of a collaboration type space, but it's really, really dope how it ties all into the rest of the museum. Again, doing some things with weather here, so I'm sure that there's some meteorological, collaborations with some of the universities and things. It's a naturalistic center there. It's really awesome. I mean, you could really spend hours and hours in here just checking out all of these various things. Some of these labs are staff only, but some of them are open to the public at various times. So, but today, it's got folks working back there, as you can see. But very, very cool. Awesome. Really, really dope. Really dope. All right, let's go down one more floor. We'll see what's down on the first floor. Check things out down there. It says dueling dinosaurs. So we'll see if we can see some dueling dinosaurs down here. So it's really cool. And one of the cool things about this museum, again, is that it is completely free, which is really, really awesome. Really awesome. All right, let's check this out. We got dueling dinosaurs down here. At least that's what it said. I see another whale here. Huge whale. This skeleton is from a northern right whale. The whale was known to researchers who had seen her nearly 100 times since 1975. There are only 100 of her kind left alive in the world. Wow, check this out. You would not want to get swallowed up by that thing, let me tell you. This is interesting. What would it take to break these bones? Marine biologists ran a battery of tests on this whale's bones to see how much strain it could take before breaking. They hung a bone attached weights to it to see when it would flex. They ran it through a CT scan to look at its internal structure and took a 3D laser scan to record its external geometry. The research team took data. Oh, this whale's skull was fractured when a ship ran into her. Wow. So that's how this particular whale died. It was run over by a ship, as you can see up here. The skull is all cracked up. But wow, man. Really, really cool. Really cool. And here is the Dueling Dinosaurs exhibit.
And follow us on social media for updates. Who knows? Maybe they just unearthed some of his answers today.
Attention everyone. Paleontologists in the Dino Lab have made an exciting new discovery about the dueling dinosaurs. Hurry into the lab and learn the big news.
Awesome. All right, so the SECU Dino Lab is a working laboratory where fossils are repaired, studied, and preserved for future research. All right, let's go in. Whoa. Wow, so you can see that they're actively working on different dinosaur bones that have been found. See a young lady back here doing her thing in a fossil. Wow, but really, really cool. Very, very cool. Okay. All right, y'all, so we are at the end of our museum tour here. A lot of fun. So many things to see in here. I'm telling you, you could spend a few hours in here just getting it in, like literally a few hours. But it's been a lot of fun. Now it's time to go find something to eat because I'm super hungry. But again, if you're ever down here in Raleigh, I would definitely come and check out the North Carolina Museum of Natural Sciences. And we're on the Nature Research Center side. Let's go get some food, all right?